math. Now here at World Global Network, in his first month of his launch, his first month he went President Millionaire, and he did not skip a beat and then some. So I'm really excited to get to learn from him at every single event, because he is an epitome of a professional, and his message never lets us down, just like as he is definitely larger than life. So with, without further ado, I'd like to bring up number 192 in the entire world, Mr. Mike Sims.
Voice, a lot of screaming over the last couple of days. Anyway, let's get up for Jeremy Rome again. I'll never go behind Jeremy again. I had to get my piece of paper out and start writing some stuff down now to talk about going after Roma. So I'll tell you, and I'll reference him again before we get out of here, but everything that he talked about is what it takes to be successful in this business, hands down. And so, now what am I going to talk about? Okay? What in the world am I going to talk about following Jeremy Roma? Anybody got any ideas? Give me something. You thinking the same thing? I want to talk about something, though, that I do every single day without clock, just like clockwork, okay? And I call this the 5 things I ask myself every single day as soon as I get out of bed. And I ask myself these 5 things at night before I go to bed too, to number 1, check to see if I've done them, but also to get my mind mentally prepared for what I want to dream about, okay? Because see, you can't really control when you have nightmares, but what I try to do is I want to control when I have dreams. And I want to be able to control what those dreams are about. Does that make sense? Okay? So, the first question I ask myself every single morning when I get out of bed, and every single night before I go to bed, again and again and again for the last 17 years I've been involved in network marketing, is what is my why? Why am I doing this business? And over the years, my why has changed. It's changed over the years. But I ask myself every single day, what is my why? I'm gonna come down here to life, why me? And when I first got started in network marketing, my why was simply, number 1, to prove my parents wrong. My parents told me that network marketing, that I need to stick to my real job. I needed to, don't start chasing dreams. Things that we've all heard before. And so I wanted to prove my parents wrong. The second thing I wanted to do is I wanted to put myself in a position to take care of my parents. Okay? I didn't grow up poor, but one of the things that I grew up hearing in my household every single day was, how much does something cost? How much does it cost? Every decision, or every time before a decision was made, the question was always asked, how much does it cost? Today, that's one of the questions. I don't care how much it costs. Now, of course, I'm fiscally responsible, but I don't want to sit down to a meal or go look at a car and I want additional ads on to that car, and I got to ask the person, well, how much does this cost? When I really want it. Does that make sense? Okay? And so I wanted to be able to put myself in a position to be able to retire my parents. And I'm happy to say that within a year of me being involved in network marketing, I retired my parents. My parents are both now 67 years old, and they have not worked a job since they were 50, okay, because of network marketing. So my grandmother too. My grandmother will be 90 this year. I call my parents and my grandmother, they're on what I call the Mike Sims Scholarship Program. And they don't ever graduate. Does that make sense? Okay? And so I ask myself that question, what is my why, every single day? Now here's what that question also does for me, okay? Knowing what my why is helps me be consistent. Helps me be consistent in my activity and thought process every single day. Write this down, okay? Long-term consistency always beats short-term intensity. Long-term consistency always beats short-term intensity. There are people who get started in something, come out of the gate on fire, but they're just not consistent. Give me somebody that's consistent over a period of time, over someone who's intense over a 2-week cycle. Does that make sense? Okay? That's what that why helps you establish. The reasons why you're doing the business. It helps me be consistent and stick to what I want to do when it comes down to this business. So that's the first question I ask myself. The second question I ask myself is a kind of a playoff of that question. And that question is, what is my IQ? And that IQ is not what my mental IQ is. It's what will cause me to quit. What's my I quit level? Okay? Is there anything that will cause me to quit the business? Is there anything that will cause me to quit on my family? Now here's the trick to that. If you can lay your head down on a pillow at night and you can come up with an answer to that question, or when you get out of bed in the morning and you can come up with an answer to that question, then I suggest you go back to number one. Because your why is not strong enough. There's nothing that's going to cause me to quit the business. Does that make sense? Because I can't quit on my family. I can't quit on my family. My grandmother cannot survive off of social insecurity. She can't do it. My parents, they have things they want. They need new cars. They need all kind of stuff. I just sent them on a trip. They called me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, again, they got money. They got income coming in from network marketing. But all the gutters need to be done on the house. $5,000. Boom. Gone. Just being able to do stuff like that for my parents, it drives me every single day, and there's no way I will quit on them. I won't quit on my organization either. I just will not quit. Does that make sense? Okay? And so what is your IQ level? Now, let's bring that down to World Global Network. Okay? There have been people who got involved and they faced adversity or issues and they quit. They quit, right? We know some of those people, right? That means their why was not strong enough, okay? And they allowed because they had an answer to that IQ question, which was something as simple as shipping. Can you believe that? Okay, that caught me out. I'm not downplaying issues. There are things, that are issues, but again, this is a baby company. We're growing through different things, but the vision that we're selling is long term. And see, they allow, because their why is not strong enough, they allow that doubt to creep in. And we all heard the saying, one ounce of doubt, you're out. Okay? Jeremy Roma has not doubted his way to where he is. Yep. Nobody on this front row has doubted their way to the top. Okay? So you got to make sure you ask yourself that question. Is there anything that will make you quit the business? And if there is, go back to question number one. I got a guy in my organization the other day. I had to just break it down to him. He, one of the guys, I won't answer the phone anymore when he calls because he's always about the shipping, right? And I said, man, listen, you know as much as I know. It's coming, right? Here's the thing. I asked him this question. I said, have you ever heard the story about a dog chasing a car? He's like, no, tell me what it is. I said, yeah, you see dogs chase cars all the time. But what do they do when they catch the car? Nothing, because they don't know what to do with it. They have nothing to do with it. They can't drive the car, nothing. I said, guess what? I believe because of your mindset, even when your product comes, you're not going to know what to do with it. You're not going to know what to do with it. You focus on the wrong thing. Focus on the vision of where this thing is going. I thought I was the only person. My device probably hadn't been charged in 2 weeks. Okay? I don't know, right? But because I'm moving around all the time. But again, we're selling the vision, and because we will not quit the business because our number one, our why is so strong, it's impossible for us to give up on our families, the team, etc., right? Third question I ask myself every single day, when I wake up and before I go to bed, is who do I need to associate with today that help me get or help me accomplish the things I'm looking to accomplish? Who do I need to associate with? So every single day I'm either have a conversation or we're texting or something with my upline leadership, with Marcio, Chad, Atita, Roma, other people in the company that are making it happen, other team members in the company. I'm associated with the right people. I'm also, of course, doing the personal growth and development that it takes to be successful every day as well. But I choose who I associate with. And there are some people even involved in the company that I don't associate with. because they're not good association for helping me and the organization get to our goals because their mindset is not in the right place right now. I told somebody one day, hey, listen, come back in September. Everything might be smooth then, okay? And so, again, because I'm selling vision of where this thing is going. Does that make sense, okay? And so who are you going to associate with every single day? You can't just, and here's another thing. Some people, when adversity strikes, they isolate themselves. They want to just go into a shell, and they'll just wait till things get better, and then they'll come out. The question I have for you is, how's that worked out so far? How's it worked out so far? It's just like somebody who has adversity and they get away from their religion. Okay? That's when you need to get closer to that. Does that make sense? And so the same thing here. Who are you going to associate with every single day to help you get closer to the things you're looking for? Fourth question I ask myself every single day. The fourth question is, what am I going to sacrifice? Or what am I willing to sacrifice to help me accomplish these things? And this is huge. This was big for me. Because I was in a situation when I took a look at World Global where I was not even looking for an opportunity. I didn't need one from a financial standpoint. I was very comfortable but bored. And so I said to myself, I've got bigger goals and dreams on what I want to do personally and on the amount of people I want to help. And so what am I going to be willing to sacrifice to be able to make those things happen? To be able to sacrifice to accomplish my goal of how many people I want to help earn 7 figures. And so write this statement down. In order for you to go into something new, sometimes you got to get out of something else.
Yeah.
In order for you to get into something new, you got to get out of something else. If you want to get into a new common category from an income standpoint, then sometimes you might have to leave something else that's holding you back. Sometimes, how many of y'all know people that holds on so tight to what they really don't want? Okay, that's the situation I found myself in. I was holding on to an income, which I was, grateful for, okay, for the last 10 years. But at the same time, that was the one thing that was holding me back. If I was still getting that income right now, I probably wouldn't be a president millionaire.
That's right.
That's right.
Probably wouldn't be a president millionaire because I'd just be comfortable and just kind of dibbling, dabbling, playing around here and there. And I was holding on to something I didn't really want, okay? And so, again, understand that. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you engaged in right now on a daily basis that's not putting you towards your goals? The sacrifices of time you make are never necessary for you to be successful here. As we watch people who have children, sacrificing time away from their children. Their lives are out of balance for a short period of time. Write this down. In order for you to get into balance, you got to be out of balance for a short period of time. You got to be for a short period of time. Right now, my life is very out of balance. But it's out of balance now, so it'll be permanently balanced. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? They roll out these programs today. I don't like small planes, but I'm going to just be drugged up on the plane. But I'm definitely going to get on that program. Does that make sense? Okay? All the things that are in place here in this company, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for us not to go out and take this company to one of the next billion-dollar brands in network marketing. And so that's question number, what we have? 3, 4? That was 4? Are we on 5 now? That was 4. Question number 5, I ask myself every single day, and this is one of the most important, is who is counting on me to make it happen? Who is counting on me to go out and do all these things? I know my family is counting on me. I know my organization is counting on me. And I know there's somebody right now in the world that's praying for me not to give up. So I could introduce someone who introduces someone, who introduces someone else, who introduces you or someone else to this opportunity, and their life can be changed. You don't even know them yet. And they're on their knees praying right now. You don't even know them yet. When I got a call from myself, he didn't know there was an answer to a prayer. I was bored. I knew I needed to be doing something else. I was comfortable. I kept saying to myself, there's got to be something else left. I got more in the tank left in the industry to give, and I just don't have a vehicle right now. Don't have a vehicle. I appreciate your persistence in calling me and making me sit down with the 4 people here on the front of the room. Y'all remember we came to Vegas and they had me all cornered. Okay? The suite in Vegas.
That's right.
The Tito was a gangster. Gangster. Chad's name is C Murder. I'm telling you, they would not let me get out there without showing me the plan, showing me the vision of what was happening with this company, and they totally mentally messed me up. They did. And they basically what they did was they put, it caused me to take a look at my fears. Wow. That's what they did. Okay? The fear of walking away from something. The fear of letting something else go that was really holding me back. That's what they did. And I'm forever grateful. Okay? I'm in for the ride. I'm excited for this opportunity. I know we're going to do some great things here, and we're just getting started. Last thing I'll say real quickly is, some of you have probably heard me say before, is we hear Jeremy Roman speak, and people say, well, how do you achieve success of a president millionaire? The young man and lady from Thailand earlier, all the president millionaires that have spoken and will speak, and we hear them talk all the time. There's 3 words that kind of sum it up that they all have. One is passion. Yep. Passion. Yep. And you get on a webinar with any of us, the passion is coming through the screen. Okay? It's coming through the screen. This is not a game. Yeah. This is not a game for us. Well, Pat, did you hear the passion from Roman? Yep. Did you hear the passion? You can't, most of us in here can't even understand what some people hear him saying. Because of the language barrier. But we feel the what? The passion. That's right. It's coming out of their pores. Right. Okay? The passion has got to be there for the business. Yep. And what we want to accomplish, it's got to be there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to be passionate. Yep. Passionate, break that word down, pass it on. You're passing on your energy into somebody else. Okay? The second word is conviction. Conviction, period. You got to be convicted. Yep. You got to be convicted. And the old analogy I always use is, so if the Thailand authorities came in here right now and arrested all of us. Arrested all of us. Okay? I don't know how the court system works here, but they came in here. Let's go back to the U.S. That's what I know. Okay? If they came in here, because over here they might kill us all. But in the U.S., okay? In the U.S., if they arrested us, right? If they arrested us, we're supposed to have what? Trial by jury. And you're not guilty unless you're convicted beyond a reasonable doubt. Correct? Yeah. Now here's the thing. If the judge is here and we got people on the witness stand coming up here and they're talking about you, trying to present evidence against you that you're involved in World Global Network, are they going to be able to convict you without a reasonable doubt? Okay? See, here's what I know about Roma. Here's what I know about Chad and T, everybody on this front row. If they put us on a witness stand, the first thing they'll say is, we got video evidence of them on these Zoom calls. Okay? We got video evidence on these Zoom calls. They got paraphernalia walking around, world stuff on them. They got, and you look in their cars and in their homes, they got tools and audios talking about World Global Network. They're wearing the product. They're talking about the product. All this evidence against them. They're on conference calls. They got eyewitnesses. That's the worst thing you can have. You ever get in trouble, they got an eyewitness. We might not see you again, right? Eyewitnesses. Their neighbors know. Everybody knows that they're involved in this company. There's some people that want to be successful and nobody even knows what you're involved in. They don't even know you're involved in the company. You will not be convicted beyond a reasonable doubt that you're involved in this company. They don't even know. Your neighbor, next door neighbor don't even know. And you're wondering why you're not a president millionaire or higher in the comp plan. It can't happen unless people know you're convicted. Okay? They might put you on the witness stand and say, we got them on a Zoom every once in a while. Okay? That's just circumstantial evidence. Wrong place, right time. Okay? I mean, ask yourself that question. Would you be convicted beyond a reasonable doubt if someone put you on the stand right now and tried to convict you of being involved in World Global Network? I'm a lifer. Does that make sense? I'm done. I'm involved in the company. My chips are on the table because I know I can't doubt my way to the top. I can't just stick my toes in the water. I'm in the company. Because see, some people are afraid of certain things. I don't ever lose. I just win or I learn. Does that make sense? Okay? And so get all in, and that's the way you're going to be successful in this opportunity. And the third thing is passion, conviction. Last thing is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, their energy. it comes off of them. Every single President Millionaire that has spoken and the ones that will speak because I know them, their energy is contagious. The first time I saw Chad and Tina do a webinar, I said, man, I didn't remember half of the stuff they said because I'm trying to process it, but their energy level, I'm getting in. I'm in. Their energy level. The energy level, Ramasio, same thing. His energy level. You get close to him, the energy radiates off of him. Okay? Nat and Tanita, same thing. They're always excited. When Nat and Tanita get excited, you can't understand what they're saying. Mike. That's all you know. That's all you hear. All I know is something good gonna happen, right? That's what you hear. That's all I hear. Right? They're just excited, 100 miles an hour, right? I don't know what they said, right? All they said was just keep moving, right? And so, I mean, that's what passion, conviction, enthusiasm. You gotta have all three. You gotta have all three. Okay? Once you get those things ingrained in you and that becomes part of your DNA, then you're going to be successful here with World Global Network. The company's doing their job. We got to go out and do ours. Okay? They're doing all the things. They're filling in all the gaps. And I've been in this situation before in the beginning stages of a company where hold times for customer service were 1 hour plus. Why? Here's what people don't know. To build up customer service, it takes time. You just don't hire somebody off the street. Ask yourself this question. Would you be ready right now if they called you off the street to go be a customer service person for this company? And you're a distributor? Answer is no. Why? They got to hire people. They got to train them. And some of them not going to make it. And then they got to get them acclimated, blah, blah, blah. It takes time to do that, right? All kind of stuff. I mean, we had people who quit the business years ago and that started the same day I did. And that's fine. Where their income was probably $5,000, mine was into the millions because they didn't have the vision, okay? And I don't even want to compare that opportunity to this one because that was the minor leagues compared to where we at right now, okay? That's the minor leagues. And so we got some big league things going on here with World Global Network. I'm excited to be a part of this company. I'm excited to work with everybody in the organization, no matter what country you're from, whose organization you're in. I want to be an ultimate team player, do whatever I can to contribute to the overall success of this company. And I'm just proud to be partnered with all these individuals up here on the front row. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the President Millionaire Ranks. Thank you.